So I'm sitting here at work and my Arlo security cameras start going off like crazy. I saw they went off a little bit at night, but they're going off during the day. I've got squirrels, I've got chipmunks, I've got birds, I can identify different chipmunks, I can identify multiple different birds. They're hitting our strawberry patch like it's their favorite diner. And we've pulled 2 strawberries so far this year. All the rest of them they're grabbing. They leave the green ones, but as soon as they turn red, they come at them and they take them fast. I had an idea this year that maybe we'd try to plant 100+ strawberry plants so that we could harvest later in the year for strawberry wine, strawberry brandy, strawberry whatever. And my wife said, well, we always have issues with strawberries. We can't keep the critters from eating them. So let's just test them out in this little old 4x4 box that we had, and we're not using for anything else. Turns out she's right. As you can see, I've got lots of green strawberries, but as soon as anything starts to ripen, the critters move in. I have caught them on video literally munching down on the red berries and leaving the green ones for us. So, using all materials that I had laying around, I decided to go ahead and build this box. It's just a bunch of 2x2s with hardware cloth. It's about 4 feet by 4 feet, and I raised it 12 inches there in the middle plus the 2, so it's maybe 14 inches total height, which should be more than enough for the strawberries. Pulled out my old stapler, stapled the hardware cloth on, pulled out my cutoff wheel, trimmed it. And the funny thing is I had like just enough hardware cloth. I had to get a little bit creative on the last panel there, but I figured, about a 30-minute build. I've slapped this thing over the top of the 4x4s and with a 4x4 raised bed there, and we'll be good to go. I was wrong. It was actually closer to about 2 hours before I had this whole thing done. But I think it turned out okay. I put a couple of hinges on the back so my wife and I could open it easily to harvest the strawberries. Being that it is perforated like this with that hardware mesh, it's easy to water it. It gets all the sun that it needs. It fits perfectly on my existing 4x4 box. I happen to have extra hinges laying around from another project, so I slap them together and voila, I've got predator prevention basically for my strawberries. I don't think that this is going to last long in the Pacific Northwest. I'm not going to stain it or treat it or paint it, but it'll give me 1 or 2 seasons while we figure out what we want to do next. If I could use a more cost-effective material than that hardware cloth, then I could probably use this on a number of different beds and it'd be pretty useful. But we're going to test it out. I'm going to throw in a little bit of my Superthrive since we were on Nutrition Day. It's Sunday. I built this on Monday, but we skipped Newts. There's my Superthrive, and I'm going to run in the Tiger Bloom today rather than the Vigoro. It's lacking nitrogen, but on the NPK scale, it's got a lot of the P and the K. So since the strawberries are blossoming, it seems like the appropriate fit. Throw it in my 2-gallon jug and water this sucker down. No big issue. Piece of cake. It hasn't changed anything with how we maintain them. And then when we want to, we can just prop the thing open and harvest our strawberries. So all day today, I've been running the Arlo camera on it, and I have not seen a single critter yet since I built this thing. I think we made it.